Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're sat at our only level crossing on the map so far. Hopefully we'll have a few more by the end. I've done a little bit of detailing around the map. Nothing that really warrants a transition, as it's one of those where I just went around, started tidying things up, adding a few bits here and there. There is a clue on the screen towards the right hand side. Do you know what that is? There's just like a little couple of trees up there. It's another station that we've got in, and it's how that line's going to go. It's going to head off that way, and we'll have a few more stops heading up and joining back with Newton. So we'll have two big loops around us either side of Motherwell. I'm looking forward to doing that and getting those services up and running. Today we're going to be having a go at doing Carstairs justice. Yes, and it will be the last station on our map for the West Coast Main Line before it heads south. Apart from the bit that heads north towards Edinburgh. But yes, for the southern section, that is the last stop, and it shouldn't really be on the map, but we are making it up as we go along for that section. I've put in the footbridge, as you can see above us. I'm starting to think whether it's a bit too big. No, it'll be fine, wouldn't it? It'll be absolutely fine. Some little fences, some weeds and stuff. We'll take a look now. This is the station we were briefly looking at. Well, the two trees. It's nothing special at the moment. Airballs? Is that what we're going with? Airballs. That's what I'm going with. And we've got the little bridge in there. It's just the start of that. This line's going to head off this way and connect up there. We'll have a few more stations in. A fairly big station as well. And over here, our steelworks is full of wildlife currently. This is the start of the build for the steelworks. And at some point, we'll have all this functional. It's got a lot of work still left to do, but at least it's in there and I've got a rough idea. Also, as you can see here, our track now connects up to this junction. I've had a go at recreating it faithfully as best I can with our tracks, and I think that's about it, isn't it? It's a little bit shorter, this section, than it should be in real life, but we'd run out of room. I think we've got another station just up there, and we've got lots of work to do there as well. It's another key point to our network, isn't it, heading up that way? We're heading that way. You'll see I've curved off. I'll talk more about that in a little while. What else have I done? Oh yes, almost forgot. I put some buildings in just to hide all the gubbins that goes on there. And I've changed how this station's entrance works. People will probably walk through there. There's an underground like entrance thing in there, and then we've got these stairs so that it connects and goes direct in. I'm hoping that encourages them to walk down the little path I've got down here. If we choose this and upgrade, you'll see there's a little path that connects it. You can see it's hidden under there, the connection. So we'll see. We'll see how they deal with that. Hopefully people are still getting on. Yes, they are. It's not very busy at the moment. We're going to have many, many more houses and possibly some AI areas as well, or cars to be spawning. And that's all my work today, or this week that I've been doing. This took far too long. Not the actual placement, more the finding what I could find in here. Oh, I should show you this. Assets. You see we've got a nice little slope here. These here, you'll remember these. If we raise this up a little bit. I was showing you on Killicans's AWS magnet that you can rotate it. Well, this one goes a little bit further. Not only can you use square brackets to rotate it like that, but you can also use O and P. So you can really get some good angles, and you can hold shift as well for better rotation. There you go, look at that. I think that's all you need, isn't it? For any mod, really, any asset. I'd love to figure out if I could do that for the bridge building assets, because that would be absolutely wonderful. Yes, What do you reckon, guys? Is it looking a little bit better? Not very accurate. I'd like some better buildings up top, but these will do for now. They do the job. The build, we're up here. I've put some signals in, and our next stop along this line is going in today. However, it's an easy one. What I'd like to do is figure out where Carstairs will be on our map and make a flat section so that we can join up to that station there, which I can't remember the name of. Now, given that, we've got to make enough room so we can have an underground portal. And given the lay of the land here, it looks like we've got a nice section over there that we can head under. So what sort of elevation do we need? I think it was 150, right? Yeah, 150. If we go around this mark, somewhere like that, it's going to be a nice curve and then drift off that way. Yes, that's roughly where it's all going. And then from there, we need to be heading all the way across to there somehow. How's that going to look? Okay, yeah, we sort of get back onto level ground there. Do we want to build a curve station which won't look as great platform-wise, or sort of wing it with a straight station at an angle slightly? Something like that. The section of track is technically 90 and 95. 90 on the inside, 95 on the outside. We don't have to worry about that because our next stop will be a portal over there. Although if we put it far enough into the hillside up there, we could get a bit of speed, couldn't we? For any trains that are passing through, representing the London trains and any of the other stations down south. We'll go with a straight station and see if we can make that work. Because the platforms look a lot better, don't they? Right, there we go. That's our station. Let's rename it before we do anything. Now we can sort the tracks out. We're going to have a double platform. But first we need to sort the track out, don't we? This one here, P1, is only 30 mile an hour. We'll put that on the outside like that. And then the reason we're using these is because our entrance is going to be a stairwell or a stairway over these tracks here. 3 tracks or 2 tracks? I think it's 3 tracks over here. Our next one I said was going to be 90 on this side. This would have to be 95. Do we have a 95? No. There's 100. Should we go with 100 then, since it's supposed to be 95? Yeah, somewhere like that. Then we need an outside track, which isn't going to be very quick. 40, we'll stick 40 on the outside. We need, it's facing the other way, we might as well make it look half decent. Yes. Then we need invisible platform just there. And then a support. Oh, it works. Oh, look at that, guys. Or can we just have our entrance there? I'm not sure. Oh, we can. That would just work, wouldn't it? It would be that one. Oh, I like that. There we go. Just put that in then. And then we're good. I think that's Carstairs sorted. Entrance-wise. And then there's a road down here. Shall we run with it? Let's run with it. And because we've got a lot of work to do. Now what we should be able to do is get this and get that all up and level around that side. We've got a little bridge, a road bridge going across. We'll do the same on this side. Not all of it though. We need to make a little bit of room just here for a depot that we might put in over on that side there. It might be worth putting the depot in. I just hope we can get the speeds we want running around here. Let's get the tracks. Oh yeah, we're going to have to go bit of a curve, aren't we? That's alright though. Let's make us a little bit more room. I'm going to run this at 90. Probably start heading down now. And then once we get up to this end, we can speed up again, can't we, to 100. We want this one to come up here. I really don't like the way it does that. It's terrible, isn't it? Oh, if you run it past the edge, it doesn't do that. That's wonderful. There we go. Is that a new thing? Or could you always do it like that? I mean, if you could always do it like that. Colour me impressed. Or upset that I never figured it out. Oh, can we not get the... Can we not get the speed here? Ah, that's a shame. Oh, well, we might be able to get it if... Really? We can't get the speed? Is this a 95 I've got? No, that's 100. Yeah, we're not going to get 100, are we? Do the inside one first. And then we'll delete this one back, because it'll be easier if we do the inside, won't it? Yeah, we're going to have to go quite wide here, aren't we? To get this nice fast corner in. Now, can we stay at 100 and go down? Yes, we can. Perfect. If we change that to 90, it should be 90 all the way up to here. And then we'll have the speed change up there. Yes, I like that idea. I think I'm happy with what's going on. The 30 mile an hour track is joining in there. Oh, I wonder if I can get the wide thing that's going on there. Which would mean if we went straight and held C, something like that, and we put this one in that way at 30, and we put this one in that way at 30. That's better. Now, there's another track on the outside here that's running at 40 by the looks of things. Let's give us a gap so we can do a little bit of detailing in between. That's going to be there at 40, and then up here it will join and we'll run it alongside, but it will branch off to there. This should be perfectly straight then, shouldn't it? Absolutely. This on the outside is another 30 mile an hour, or 40 mile an hour track I should say, over here, and this will be the 100, won't it? Which is technically 95. If we run it just a little ways past, so we'll get the 40 coming back in where it actually comes in. That should be at this point here at 40, or a little too soon. It might be better to do it from this point and try and get 40 if possible. There we go. And does that connect? Yes, it does, but we could make that tidier, couldn't we? There we go. Beautiful. Right, so this is West Coast Main Line just here. And that's West Coast Main Line just there. We do have another 30 mile an hour crossover just here. This should be where we head back to 100 miles an hour. And so we can get our nice speeds back up again. And obviously we're going to start heading down to meet our... Where's our other piece of track? Goodness me, it's miles up there. We're going to get an absolutely monstrous run down here, aren't we? Oh, it's beautiful. Right, you're going there. And we're going to keep heading down. Do we need to head down at all? Probably. We've got a lot of ground to make up, haven't we? That's going there. That's going there. We are going to keep the embankments and whatnot, depending on what happens in real life. Because we're going to try and recreate the scenery. Because at the moment, we're doing very similar things to real life, even though we should be over there quite a way. Yeah, we're up off the map, this is. Let's continue this off and get it finished, and then we can figure out where everything's going. We'll come round up to here. Then there's a connection just there. What sort of height are we at now? Let's measure this down here. Get a nice little hole. We're only at 130 there. Looks like we can wiggle through there. That would be nice. And what are we down here? We are heading up at this point. We're at 90 there. Well, we don't need much, do we? Should we head this way a little bit as well then? And see what sort of point we can get to 130. Yeah, keep this on. So we've got an idea of the lay of the land. And keep heading up. I guess we can have some curves in it, can't we? There we go. Don't need tunnels at all. This is a super long section. We have got a station to put in. Possibly at this straight section here. Yeah, should we get that in first? Now I know I'm happy. Buildings, UK stations, 2 platforms, 120. This is going to be Carluke, I believe. I don't think we're going to get Lanarking, guys. Unless we deviate up here. Well, that might be a thing. Maybe. It would be over this way. I don't know. Would have to wiggle quite a bit more. There's a few speed variations going on. It is a long distance, isn't it? We could head up here and recreate Lanark, maybe. Yes. Let's put this in as Carluke. Have I still got the speed on this corner? We do. We still do 100 down there. Okay. Let's get rid of this. And then we'll put the 100-mile-an-hour track in here. Otherwise, that'll be sad, wouldn't it? If we slowed down to 75. Right, there we go. Should we put entrances in? Why not? I like to get them in. At least we can hook up stuff then if we need to. Right, where's our little old entry points? There they go. One there, one there. That'll do for now. Now we can connect that back up, hopefully. Might as well take it all the way back so we can have a good run up. Get you up there. Beautiful. And get you up there as well. Is that okay? Yeah, we're going to straighten out a little bit up there. And then we're going to head around then, if we want to think about Lanark. It's not on the docket today, but we could possibly do it if we can get far enough away from the southern edge here and stay away from the actual tracks up there. I think this will work though. It's actually quite a distance, isn't it? How far are we? We're going to be heading up that way. We do want it to wiggle, don't we? Keep heading up. We could, of course... Oh, are we going to fit Lanark in from here? That'll be a bit tricky, wouldn't it? Stay straight for longer. We shouldn't notice the climb too much as long as we continue to climb like this. Right, then we're going to need to come around. That should give us... That should give us the room, shouldn't it? Down there, yes. There we go. Inside. This is a monstrous climb. Goodness me, we're just forever going up. We'll have another section round here. That should give us enough room down here to branch off. Get that smoothed out a little bit so we've got a bit of trench work going on. I do like it because we're going to hide the edge of the map quite nicely. Right, continue up. What? Oh, yes. What height are we at the moment? We are up to... Oh, we're nearly there. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, I believe that's it. So, if we connect into there... There we go. This has turned out okay, I think. I like it. Yeah, I don't know where Carstairs is going to go after here for the rest of the stuff. Have we got enough room there? Yes, you have. Because it's quite a tight turn up to here. And that's where we join back up, guys, and head back to Edinburgh up that way. Right, yes, this should hide the map quite nicely. We'll definitely take a nice run on it. We can have some sort of mountainy stuff, can't we, going on over here? If there are any mountain sides that we can see on the route. We'll get a little creative, guys, when it comes to this section of track. Just take the edge off it a little bit. Lovely. Lots of official episode. Although it's not an official route, is it? I mean, that's pleasant. Look at that rock face. Dear, oh dear. That's huge, isn't it? Did we get the connection in? I think we did. We're not finished at Carstairs, but we've pretty much got it in, haven't we? I mean, this is phase 1, pretty much, of our build for this line that's representing all of the south. That's the plan with this. And not only that, but also the connection we've got with Edinburgh via the West Coast Main Line. Will that do us for now? Yes, we'll just get rid of Some of these cliff sides, the bears don't know what to do. Eventually, we'll be able to figure out what we're having here. Probably a lot of trees, I'm going to say. And, yeah, mainly trees. I don't like that. That's scary, isn't it? Yeah, let's tidy that up a little bit. It's all a bit bumpy at the moment. It's going to take me a while to tidy all this up. But for now, is that good? We're going to need a lot of blocking. We need to check the speeds, don't we? Have we got 100 miles an hour all the way? Even though it does technically slow down in places, we can always just force the issue. There we go. Did I put that as 30 just there? That's not very good, is it? Oh dear. Well, luckily, that's not hard to fix. There we go. That would have confused me a lot. Right, yes, there we go. We've got the speeds up there. They're good. 100 all the way down here. Through Carluke there. All the way down, and then around. Start to slow down a little bit. All the way to Motherwell. We hit 80. And then we're 80 all the way through. And then hit 90 again. And away we go. Off to Glasgow Central there. Right, that's a run. That's going to be a really good run for our trains that we've got running now. So we can extend them. And they're going to be out doing their thing for longer. But we don't need to worry about them stopping here for now. The portal's going to be over there. What we need to figure out is the other side and how we're going to meet back with this piece of track. What we should really do is continue our track off. The West Coast Main Line is the important bit. It's also going to be the portal, so we're going to head off that way. Incorrectly for what really happens, but for our portal, it should do the trick, shouldn't it? So we can start heading off soon. Yeah, if we take it to there, then we start heading up. There we go. We start heading off there. Can we keep it at 90? Perfect. And then can we keep that at 90? Oh, I haven't left enough room, have I? No, because this is going to be an inside track. Well, it doesn't need to be 90, does it, Grand? So if we do this bit at, say, 80. Yeah. 80 should be fine, shouldn't it? Or 75. 80, because we're going to be slowing down, speeding up. That's fine. It's not much speed to give up. 80 there. Then back to... Well, there's no point getting any quicker. Yeah, we need a run-up, don't we? But I don't think we need it quite that speed. 70. And then... That is... We need 230. So we'll go 260. That's our first platform's going to be there. That is our portal. Lovely. Right, and this one is going to be 100 up to that point. I think that will give us everything we need, as long as we've got enough room to make this connection here. We're leaving it a bit tight, aren't we? Yeah, there's not much room around here. Do we have it? I think so. Right, then we've got a 15 running off from here back up to there. That should be 15. Then we've got a 30 that continues around from this point. Now looking at it, it actually drifts off, interestingly, to somewhere in the middle up here. So if I put a piece of track just here, and then I draw another section there, this is what it looks to do to me. It looks to do that. And then we get rid of that. And then it looks to wiggle back in again. I don't know why. There's probably a reason. We've got the other track coming in at this point, just before the tunnel. And that's going to be 15. That's going to be heading off that way. We'll keep that flat as well for this whole junction. Yeah, there is a crossover. So we'll have it just before the tunnel. Why not? Or no, it's 30. Oh, we could have it just inside the tunnel. There we go. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Oh, come on. What's up with you? You can't make a crossover in a tunnel? Since when? That's not how that's supposed to go. What on earth? Oh, dear. Stop that. No. Why wouldn't that work? I thought... Is it because it's too low? Maybe. I mean, we do want to hide it anyway. Give you a bit more room. Can we make it now? Yes, there we go. Right, so that's going across that way. Is that actually making the crossover? Yes, it is. Meaning we can branch off here at 15. And that's going up that way, keeping flat. How much room do we have? Yeah, it probably needs to be not quite that aggressive. Send that up like that way. We might even be able to get away with it being closer. The 40 track, let's get that in as well. That's going to continue all the way round. And it comes in at the same point as that leaves. So we might actually be able to do this all on the track, maybe. Like all out of the tunnel by the looks of things, yeah. Get rid of that. After all that, we're not even doing that there. If we put the 30-mile-an-hour crossover then outside the tunnel, which will make our lives a bit easier anyway. There we go. And then we branch this off. This is supposed to be 40. Although it doesn't make much sense to be 40. 40 there. And then 40 there. We've got this that continues up. And hopefully we can get this branching off here at 40. I think we've fixed it. Or we've got it. It's a junction and a half, isn't it? Do like me a good junction, though. I don't know about you guys. I know some of you do. I hope I've done this justice. We've even got the proper connection up there as well. Right, there we go. Tidy all that up. We'll get that all hidden with trees. We're going to have a big old turnaround point in there. Beautiful. Right. Now, this has got to head off, hasn't it? But we might be able to run the train out here. We'll see. Is that good enough? I think that's good enough, isn't it? We've got another one here. It's apparently a 15-mile-an-hour double track. We've got all this yard to get in as well. And this is going to be 15. This continues to curve around. I don't know why I straightened out at all. Trying to eyeball it. We probably will start heading up from that point. No, because we've got the yard. It's alright, we'll make up the ground. Continue that around. That's going to head off that way. Like that. This eventually speeds up. Okay, let's now switch this to 30 and start heading up. Go up quite steep as well. We're going to get back on track. And then this is going to switch to 30. Then we're going to continue round that way. We should get back up by the time we reach where we need to be. Are we going to make it? Yes, we are going to make it. Look at that. Beautiful. Don't need it that steep. We will go up steep though. And there we go. Just there. This is going to go around that way. I'll sort the speeds out because this is part of the West Coast Main Line. Oddly, because of the speed. And this is going to branch in here soon. Let's do it up here where we've got a nice straight section. Just there. Okay. Then we've got another crossover just here. I don't know whether this is the classed as the West Coast Main Line anymore. I'm pretty sure it is though. Yeah, this is a part of the West Coast Main Line. Not that. That is not. That's an interesting piece of track. Because you suddenly get back up to technically 95, but it's 100 just there. Goodness me. And then we've got our next station coming up just there. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Because going the other way, you're going from 95, not that one, from 95 to 30. There'll be all sorts of warning lights going off for that, won't there? So at that catenary there, we'll get that little section flat as well. So we can get this in, but we're going to have us a speed board in here, guys. And we know that it's going to happen just there. Track speeds. Where are you? You're in... It's one of these track pieces. There you go. So we're slowing from, on our map, 100 down to 30 there. And then we're increasing from 30 up to 100 after our back end leaves there. And that should be that there, shouldn't it? Yes. And this section of track is 40, isn't it? Yes. We'll keep that signalled up. Why not? There'll be that piece from there. We don't have the arrow pieces, unfortunately. So we can't show that. But we can have it, I guess, showing there. Would do just fine, wouldn't it? And after this, because you're 40 and 30 there, you'd want to be told that you can do 100 after that point. Now we're doing 90, 90, 90. So we change. It's hard to tell where that changes. I'm going to put it there as 90. There we go. That'll do. They're not quite in the middle, these, are they? No. That'll do. Oh, that was a build and a half, guys. I got carried away just a little bit. Now, we've got lots of yard and siding stuff to do here. I think I'm happy with this, though. Even though it doesn't look fantastic at the moment. It looks the part, considering it shouldn't be there for us on this map. No. We have added us a lovely piece of the West Coast main line that shouldn't even be on the map. I am happy. And we have the starts of our portal. We'll get that in and looking lovely. Bit of official episode to end. Then what we'll do is we'll run our service out here. I don't know whether we've got room though. That's my only issue. Do we? If we... Where would we come in? We'd have to stop here. Our back end would end up over there, wouldn't it? Awkward. And we can't stop here because there's no way to get across. We could have a temporary crossover, of course. We could go in there. Well, we could send out... I know what we can do. We can send out the other one, can't we, out this way? The Trans-Pennine Express train. Well, you should... No, don't signal it up. We don't need signals. I tell you why. Because we're only sending one train out here. And then what I'll do, I'll signal up. This is definitely going to be one way. Just so we can force the one way on this bit of line. We'll leave a little bit of a gap out there. There we go. And... oh, there's going to be all sorts of signals going on here, isn't there? Dear oh dear. That has to be one way just before we come out the tunnel. Because otherwise we're going to make a mess in the tunnel. We're going to have a lot of platforms in here and we're going to branch off. That we'll do together, in fact, because it's going to be an interesting one. Let's get us... I believe this has got to be a one-way system happening up here. And we're going to go one there. And the other one would be up there. And that's going to be bi-directional. Yes. I'll double check all of my junction work, guys. Fear not. If I've got anything wrong or missed anything out, drop a comment below. You know I read them all the time and we get everything all fixed. This is made me happy. We might be able to utilise this with some freight action going. Nice long section. It looks like we might be able to fit in a little turn back here for the other station, the other dead end station. Lanark. That's what that is. Right then. We can pause it. We do have some blocking down here. We can pause it. Where's our train? Are you coming this way? You are. Right. Manage line. What you're going to do is after that. What is that signal? Cambuslang. Everything's Cambuslang. Everything. Because we don't have many cities in. Right, so after Motherwell, you're continuing. We're going to do this run all the way up without stopping to Carstairs, and then we're coming back to Motherwell. This is going to be 1 and then 2. Oh, I just thought, what happens if I got the... No, I haven't got these platforms the wrong way around. There we go. I like it. We'll save the other one for once we've got our portal in. We can send the 390 down there. Guys, we're done for today. Anyway, we've got lots to do, haven't we? I'll go back and check all of the junction work. That was a build and a half today, wasn't it? Dear oh dear, I got really carried away. We got a little creative. I think I've left us enough room for Lanark. And I'll leave you on this. It's not going to be that interesting for now. But at least we can see if there's any problems. And you can take a look at the bits of scenery that are starting to pop up everywhere. I'll get busy on the map again, and we'll go through that at the beginning of the next episode. And yeah, we'll finally start heading to Edinburgh, I think. And until then, take care.